As you've heard me say before, Italians look away, Americans look away, Arabs look away. Just to celebrate World Chocolate Day, we're making a chocolate hummus. Why? Because we can. Yeah. All right. The humble chickpea. In Arabic, it's called hummus. That chickpea dip, which is delicious. It's yum. This recipe is quick and easy. It's almost a can't be stuffed, if I do say so myself. We have something ready for the kids. It's a dump in the blender, blend it all up, and voila. Man, how busy are we? No one's got time to sit there staying in the kitchen for 5 hours with kids, always chirping at you. Snack, what's for snack, what's for snack, what's for snack, what's for lunch, what's for breakfast, what's for dinner. We're not adding any refined sugar in this. Putting honey, but you can change that to any sweetener that you like. I'm serving crispy air-fried Lebanese bread. I like to add different fruits for them. They can pick and choose, dip what they want. And I'm going to put it as part of a sort of a grazing board. With that being said, I've got my coffee in hand and I've got my ingredients ready. It's time to put together this delicious little number. Come on guys, let's go. Now, as I said guys, this is one of those recipes where you just throw everything into the blender all at once and you whiz it up and voila, you have your final dish. Now I'm using a blender today, but you can use a food processor. And if you don't have a food processor, don't worry, because you can easily mash all the ingredients up with a fork and just mix them all together until well combined. Again, that dead easy. I'm here to save you all from having to spend too much time in that kitchen. Now, clearly, all the chickpeas haven't blended, but I'm just having a quick squeeze at it. Gonna give it a quick taste. If you're having that same problem, you can see them there, that not all the chickpeas are blending. Just add a little bit of milk, just to help it along. Always start with bit by bit, because you can always add more. But if you go in with a lot and it's too runny, well, unless you have more chickpeas, you can't rectify the situation, can you? Okay, she's done. Look at that. This can almost pass off as a homemade Nutella. Right, we're gonna have a little bit of a taste. Kids won't even know it's good for them. That's what I love about it. Time to plate this up and then move on to putting together our little grazing platter. Just gonna add that in there. No need to be dainty, just pile it up, mountain high. To finish it off, a beautiful grating of dark chocolate, because that's also better than milk. Now that that's done, it's time to assemble our platter. I'm gonna move on to the crispy air-fried Lebanese bread. It's gonna be sensational. Then we're gonna go in and taste test this. Crispy air-fried Lebanese bread, let's go. Really super easy. You can use stale bread. So if you've got some pita bread or Lebanese bread and it's sort of nearing its end of life, do me a favor, do not throw them away. Just turn them into crisps, because if you put them in an airtight container once they're done, then they'll last for at least another 2 weeks and you've got crisps on hand. So just give that a rough sort of slice, and then I'm just gonna cut them into sort of chip size, dippable size as they say. And one more there, and we're done. Right, so now grab them, place them into your mixing bowl. Olive oil, give it a nice coating. Now I know I didn't add refined sugar in the hummus dip, the chocolate hummus dip, but I am adding a little bit on the bread. And literally for the amount of bread I've got, I've only got about a teaspoon of caster sugar and about a teaspoon as well of cinnamon. Give that a thorough toss. Get your hands in there because they're the best kitchen utensils, I say. And just make sure that every piece of bread has a beautiful coating of that olive oil, the sugar, the cinnamon, because you want that beautiful crispiness when you dip that in the chocolate hummus. It's going to be sensational. Once you're done, give your hand a good wash, or your hands a good wash, and straight into the air fryer it's going. Okay. Now, straight in, and you just want to sort of spread them out. And what we're gonna do now is just air fry that for about 5 minutes. We're gonna check on them, give them a toss, and if they need a bit extra, that's okay. Give them an extra couple. I've just sliced up some fruit that I found in my fridge. Don't worry, you don't have to have the same. Whatever you've got will be just fine. Just get it out and use it. They are ready. Let's check on them. We're going to give them a nice shake. Yes, hear that crunch. I was going to taste test, but I'll just put them on the plate. Right, I can't wait, so I'm going to go in for the taste test. Look at that. Apologies in advance for my crunching. I mean, I'd say forget the kids and just run to your room and go and enjoy yourself. But with school holidays coming up, what better way than to make a super simple, beautiful chocolate hummus dip. You know that it's got a bit of nutritious value in it, and it's going to be a beautiful snack filler for the school holidays. So go get yourselves some Lebanese bread, some chickpeas, you might already have them in your pantry, and make that for yourself. I've run out of coffee. I'm gonna make a new one. Join me for Hoda's Hot Tips. Welcome to Hoda's Hot Tips. The coffee's been refilled and it's time to give you guys some pointers on today's recipe. Pointer number 1, you can use anything in terms of beans in this recipe. I've used chickpeas because that's what I had in my pantry, but if you've got some cannellini beans or any other white bean, feel free to substitute the chickpeas for that, no problem. And if you don't have any beans, you can use a nut of your choice, almonds, cashews, walnuts, it will work a charm. Pointer number 2 is about the chocolate. Now I used 100% cocoa powder in this recipe, and that was just so that I can control the sweetness level. But if you don't have cocoa powder and you've got, let's say, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, or even a hazelnut spread like Nutella, feel free to use that in. Just leave out the honey component because you'll end up with an overly sweet dip, and you don't want that to happen. The last point of the day is about that grazing platter. Now I used Lebanese bread to add that sort of cracker component, but you can use whatever you have. If you've got sliced bread lying around, if you've got pita bread lying around, just toast it. You can even air fry all of them, just cut them up, do exactly what I've done, coat it in that oil and air fry. It'd be just as amazing, no problems at all. The fruit, I used whatever I had, so just use up what you've got. Don't be running out to the shop to try and stock up on fruits and get rid of, allow the ones that you currently have to go to waste. Use up what you have. It works with anything. On that fine note, if you have any questions about today's recipe, please drop them in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more recipes. And until next week, don't forget to drink that coffee.